Hey everybody, we got ourselves a patch review for 7.29C. I'll also be giving like a brief meta update, a little bit of explanation on exactly why what changes changed, just in case you don't play a ton of Dota, you don't watch a ton of Dota, and you're like, BSJ, why did they nerf this or that or buff this or that? Let's go ahead and look at it.
Banana slam jam.
So water runes now only restore 80 HP instead of 100. The mid lane right now, it's all about bottles. It's all about just rushing a bottle, getting it before 2 minutes, using all 3 charges, filling it up with a water rune, which is effectively like a third charge, and then bottling again, and then picking up the 3-minute bounty rune, and then the 4-minute water rune. And basically the whole meta in the mid lane is very regen centric. It's kind of boring to some extent. I mean, it's nice to like have a different hero pool because it works that way, but I think it's just too good, and they've been slowly but surely nerfing it in these sub patches, so that's why they're doing that. Item changes. Solar Crest was the most broken item in Dota, so the attack speed reduced from 65 to 55. It's just super cheap, guys. Imagine all of these stats as a carry being thrown onto you. 55 attack speed, or I mean it was 65. 6 armor, and 10% movement speed. And the guy that has it has all stats, movement speed, and mana regen, and armor. Or I guess he doesn't get the armor. So they get 5 all stats, movement speed, and mana regen, so it's not like they hate buying it. And they just give you all of that stuff, and it's an item that's cheap enough to be rushed. So if you're just like a carry at 15, 20 minutes in, you're trying to participate in team fights, and you just get solar crested. And you're a carry that gets enemy solar crested. Meaning, you get 55 movement speed, attack speed, movement speed, and armor reduced from you. It's still broken. Still a very good item. They'll probably nerf it again in the near future. Basilius was getting picked up an awful lot, so they nerfed it slightly. It's actually just strictly worse than it used to be now. Because it used to just be 1.4. In an aura, but now it was 1 plus 0.6, which made it like a bit better for you, but now it's like so negligibly better for you at the beginning of 7.29. Kind of weird. Sange and Yasha, regen amp reduced from 30 to 25. Kaya Sange, same thing. Yeah, the Sanges are just broken, man. I'm surprised they're still at this point. I guess this is like a step in the right direction. I think Kaya Sange is still an incredibly broken item for mid laners. If you guys haven't been watching, a lot of mid laners are going first or second item Kaya Sange. Sange Yasha is still a fine item for carries, but it is, getting nerfed a decent amount. They didn't nerf Kaya at all. I couldn't believe they buffed Kaya, and I can't believe it's still unnerfed here. So get it while it lasts. Sentry wards, you're getting more of them. I think that's important. The few games I've played support, because they reduced the radius of sentry wards, you just have to use more sentry wards to get the same job done. And now you get more sentry wards, so I think that was necessary. Pretty much every game I played, I was running out of sentries because they're so cheap. Bat Rider, base movement speed, base attack range. They gave him base attack damage last patch. Ever since they were like literally shit on the hero, they're realizing, we shit on this hero, maybe we should give him a little love. So that's what they're doing. Beastmaster, the most broken hero of 7.29, has now been thoroughly reworked back to, I believe, a okay level. Last patch, they made his scepter bonus damage go from 40 to 30, and you're just like, come on, dude. Really? You think that's enough? Really? Now it just doesn't give the bonus damage at all. There's no axe bonus damage talent other than the level 25, which I'm surprised they didn't put the talent back at 20 with the wild axes. I think the problem was that you got effectively a level 20 talent. What was a level 20 talent before 7.29? You got that talent when you got the Ags at like minute 12. So I wouldn't have minded if they added it back, but Inner Beast did get buffed a little bit. Buffed his talents here, but nerfed this talent. Yeah, this talent's pretty broken. The Primal Roar cooldown talent. Broodmother now can no longer unlock max movement speed. We are slowly but surely eliminating heroes, but I guess not slowly. It's more like very quickly, eliminating heroes that can unlock max movement speed. Centaur Warrunner. This is like one of the most broken offlaners of the patch, it seems. Don't think this is going to do much to him, basically. Dawnbreaker. Not only did she have like 4,000 HP with like 2 strength items, but she also had decent agi. I didn't even know this because I didn't look closely at her stat gains. So they gave Huskar this treatment back when he was broken like 5 years ago. It's noticeable. I'll just tell you guys right now, it's noticeable when a strength hero is missing like 1 or 2 armor throughout the course of the game. Maybe 3 or 4 armor here. It's pretty noticeable as you scale later into the game. It's pretty noticeable, this kind of stuff. Missing 1 base armor because of 6 agility, and then every 10 levels you're missing another armor. And so these nerfs are nice. Don't think it destroys the hero, but the hero was definitely overtuned. Grimstroke, same thing with him, overtuned, slightly less now on Inkswell. Probably still a good hero though. Hoodwink, got some love on Bushwhack, but it still doesn't one-shot range creeps, which is the biggest issue. You used to clear waves with Bushwhack plus Acorn Shot, and now you just don't even guarantee to get any of the creeps. That's like the weird part. So you're like a nuking support that clears waves, but you don't always get the waves. It's a very low quality of life. Like if Bushwhack did like 320, you know, it'd be a really good ability. But now it just feels kind of meh. Invoker with the attack speed reduced on Wex. I guess all the agility he was getting was not counteracted. Like they nerfed Quas regen, and I think they nerfed Exort damage, but they never nerfed Wex attack speed. So I guess that's what this is for. Coddle, kind of meh. Kunkka is suddenly a race car. 2 patches ago, he was 300 move speed. Strength heroes with movement speed are pretty broken, guys. I think Kunkka is going to be a really strong side laner. I already saw Kezu playing him off lane. I thought Kunkka was already on the verge of being a really broken off laner with 305. I think 315 just makes the chasing distance and escapability of off laners way better, right? So I'm pretty sure Kunkka is like a way better off laner. May just be a mid laner that can run around the map 15 movement speed faster between 2 patches, you know. I don't know. Lycan, I wasn't even hating this hero before the patch. I saw it win in a DPC game, and the people are building the Armlet Echo Saber, you know, AC Deso kind of build. I think the hero's fine, honestly. I think they've given him a lot of buffs. People just maybe haven't necessarily adjusted yet. Magnus, okay. Monkey King, kind of whatever. The hero was bad, is what I will say. The hero was not very good. So giving him a little bit of love seems fine. His Boundless Strike is now only a 13-second cooldown, which is pretty nice at level 20. That's kind of cool. Morphling, slight nerf. I think, I don't know if it's warranted, really. I don't know if like he has a really high win rate in pubs, but I didn't think this hero was a problem. I didn't think he was like bad, but I didn't think he was broken or anything. Nyx Assassin, Shard no longer breaks movement speed, so I think we're left at Bloodseeker. Is it just Bloodseeker? Spearbreaker. Bloodseeker and Spearbreaker. Wow. So, no more Zoomers, guys. No more Zoomers. Up with the boomers, down with the Zoomers, I believe is what these patch notes are trying to tell us. Puck. Dream Coil cooldown is now always 80. Hate how it does this, but it's a lot shorter patch notes than normal. And the break damage is less. So, Puck Coil is just too good, man. It's just too good. So, we're making it a little less good, which is nice. I think the biggest nerf here is the 3 to 200 at level 6. 100 less damage at level 6 is a pretty big deal. Puck, a hero that, like, needs that little extra oomph to bring you down. 100 damage at level 6. This might actually be a really impactful nerf, you know? 100 less damage at level 6. Queen of Pain, radius on Scream increased. Okay. Mana cost is 10 less at max level, but 5 more at lowest level. I think this is overall a pretty big buff. I think Queen of Pain, especially with the Puck nerfs, will go up in value. I really do think Queen of Pain's really not seeing play because of Puck. Like, Puck just owns Queen of Pain so hard in lane and in game that you just don't want to play Queen of Pain. But this is an example where I think Queen of Pain has already been getting a decent amount of buffs. I think her shard is really good. I think Kaya Sanj is really nice on her, and one of the best items of the patch. And then also Puck getting continuously nerfed. I think Queen of Pain is going to be pretty solid sometime soon, if not already. Little Shredder, a little bit of a nerf. The hero was picked almost exclusively in competitive for Little Shredder. The hero's win rate wasn't that high, but it was getting like first rounded every single game, so this is fine. So the buff duration. I was thinking the debuff duration. So you only have 6 seconds to use all the attacks. So the reason why they nerfed this was that what people were doing was they were attacking 5 times with the Little Shredder. Like, they'd go like, like 4 attacks, and then like 4 seconds later, to like refresh it at 5 armor, and then they'd wait another few seconds and then refresh it again. So they're making it so you can't like abuse that as much by reducing the buff duration. Base strength on Terrorblade by 1. Poggies! Unkillable. And a little bit of 15 talents, whatever. Timbersaw Shard, one of the best shards in the game, if not the best. Getting nerfed from 8-second downtime to 11-second downtime. That's pretty solid nerf, but it's still probably really good. You have a cooldown reduction talent, I think, and like Quickening Charm and stuff are fine items. Yeah. Yeah, you'll still buy it every single game, so nothing major there. So, as a little bit of a treat on the gameplay updates, we'll quickly talk about like what I believe to be like the 5 best, or we'll say 3 best heroes at each role. At 5 position, we'll talk from the competitive level. Warlock, Oracle, and Oracle stand out the most, and Ancient Apparition. Those 3 seem to be doing really well in competitive. At the 4 position, I would say it's a lot of ranged 4s right now. I would say like Snapfire, Willow, Lena would be the best 4s. At the 3 position, my opinion on the best 3s are Slardar, Centaur, and Axe. At the 2 position, it would be Storm Spirit. It was Puck. I think Storm Spirit's like on his own tier in the mid lane. I think he's the best mid laner right now by a large margin. Storm Spirit seems pretty broken to me, just because of the way the runes work and everything. I'll give Queen of Pain like a honorable mention. I think she's really underrated and might see a lot of play. And then, am I missing a mid laner? Oh, Kunkka. Kunkka at the 2 or 3. He's gonna be broken at one of the 2 guys. We'll put him in the mid lane, but 2 or the 3, Kunkka's gonna be broken. I'm like almost certain. We're also seeing a lot of DK in competitive. Seems like a really strong mid laner right now as well. But that partially had to do with the fact of how good he was against Puck. I also think that had to do with how bad Monkey King was. A lot of these mid lane melee heroes. At the 1 position, I think Faceless Void, Gyrocopter, and probably Life. I'll say like 5 or 6 for this, because I don't think there's really any S tier carries. I think they're all like, there's just like viable ones. I think the most viable ones are Faceless Void, Gyrocopter, PA, Lifestealer, and Wraith King. Those are like the most viable carries right now. So everyone who likes Jug and says he's broken, says he's picked a lot in competitive, I haven't been seeing the hero do too well. He's situationally very powerful. I think he's very weak against Axe and Slardar. So if you see Jugs in your pubs a lot, just pick Slardar or Axe and fuck up their lives. Thank you. That's my impression of the meta based on watching DPC as well as playing pubs. So obviously there's other heroes you can pick, but those are the ones that come to mind for me after playing the patch a lot. So thanks for tuning in for the patch update. I'll keep you guys posted whenever I feel relevant to do so. Like, subscribe.